Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm actually gonna play with the cake palette from Glamlite. I have to breathe because this is my second time recording this video. The first video kind of messed up, so the lighting was terrible, and I'm like, okay, I'm just gonna have to, just do something different. So if you want to see what look I come up with using the cake palette, then keep on watching. Okay, now let's get started. Let's get the party started. Okay, let's ignore that and let's move on. First, I'm gonna go ahead and prime my lid, but before I do that, I actually did my brow a little bit different. Well, no, I did my brow the same way, but I just kind of wanted to do something a little bit fun to kind of go with the cake palette, since I think it's a little a fun palette. And so I go ahead and I use this is a eyebrow pomade, and I think you can use it for eyeshadow too. And then this is from Kat Von D, and it is Aubergine. That's the shade, but I just use like my regular eye pencil or eyebrow pencil to just carve up my brow, and I use this to pull out. So this to go with my reddish whatever going on bun, and we're just gonna play with some makeup and look how cute. So let me go on prime my lid. I'm gonna use my 03 from the huge from P.Louise Base, or from P.Louise, and that's the eyeshadow base. It's a two thing. I have not been able to find any kind of base but that comes even close to this, but I've also not been really looking. So, and I'm just using my G38 concealer brush. Please don't go looking for this brush because Morphe discontinued it, but you can use any concealer brush. A really good and inexpensive one is the one from Out. And I'm just gonna tap this all over. I feel like when I use a concealer brush, it just kind of spreads everything really good. Really did not want to record this video again, but man, the lighting on that video was terrible. And sometimes we can fix it up in Final Cut Pro. Not this time, there was no fixing up. And I'm just stamping this. I'm not really like blending. I'm just really just stamping it. And I knew that cake palette is actually not new. I think the newest one is Ice Cream, which I just ordered this one, so it should be getting in here any day. And I'll go ahead and do a video on that. I like the whole idea of the foundations, the pizza palette, the burger palette, the taco palette, I think they have a donut. Now they have the cake, and they just came out with the ice cream. And again, it's just makeup. That's why I always say, you don't take this too serious, because it is just makeup. I feel like that's the whole idea. And don't quote me wrong, I'm not speaking for her, but I feel like that's the idea she's going for. It's just makeup, so she just want to just do fun, just have fun with it. Don't take it too seriously, because people, they be going all crazy. I'm like, why? So I'm drinking my little smoothie. This is actually from Tapioca Lounge, and that's my favorite. It's an avocado smoothie. I do got the little tapiocas in there. That's actually not healthy. The avocado smoothie is healthy, but when you put this in there, then that kind of messes with the whole health thing. But I love them. So I'm gonna use a T9, which is this from Makeup Shack. And there we go. There she is. Again, I have used this palette before. I used it one time. I recorded the video. The lighting was terrible. Everything was really dark and really grainy. So I had to end up just squashing that entire video and just starting over, because it was not good. And this is like so cute. Doesn't it just look okay? It's so pretty, so pretty. And here are those shades. This is so cool, so cool. What am I gonna use? I feel like I'm just gonna mix a ton of shades. I'm actually gonna take this is Purple Frost right here, And I'm just gonna stem that. I'm actually gonna, you know, start with this eye. For some reason I always start with this one. So let's start with this one, and I'm just gonna stem that kind of in like a V shape. And I'm just gonna stem this over here. And as usual, these shadows are applying so good. I've used this palette before, and I've used the other palette, so I know like this formula is really good. Just gonna try to just leave it kind of just half my eye, like right here, or half my lid. And I have a little bit of crease in here, and that's normal because it's a cream product, and I don't set my base at all because I feel like when I set it I don't get the pigmentation that I want. The shadow that I'm using just kind of sets it, which is perfect. I'm holding the brush so soft just to make sure I don't get no harsh, you know, lines. I'm just like going like really softly to kind of create that V shape. Let's try this. This might work. This is a T33 from Makeup Shack, and I'm just gonna use this and just try to diffuse the edges right here. And there's no product in here, just diffusing the edges. I'm gonna go back to another T33, and I'm gonna go into this shade right here, which is called Dulce de Leche. So I start this eye, and now I move to this one first. So I put that shade on the first. That's always like, for some reason, like I always either start this eye first or finish it first. I don't know why. Maybe I like this eye better. Actually, no, I like this eye shade better. So that's very strange. Let's go to the other eye and do the same thing. This is fabulous. Let me go ahead and I love this look. That's why I'm recreating it, because I loved it. My lighting was trying to come for me. I'm like, that's fine. I'll just recreate it. You know, any excuse for me to play with makeup, so there we go. I'm actually just gonna put some more base to just, you know, kind of mess with here right there for a second on what I'm gonna do here. And let's go to T48. Let's just wipe it down with a wipe. I'm actually gonna go in this shade right here, which is called Lavender, and we're gonna put this kind of in the center. These shades, they work so much better if you just pack it instead of trying to blend it, because they're shimmery. So I'm gonna leave this brush here because I'm gonna need it to work on this eye, but I need another T48, and I'm gonna go into this shade right here, this one, which is Carrot, and that's my favorite cake, actually, carrot cake. That is my favorite cake, and I'm gonna put this in my inner corner. Right here. And I'm also gonna leave this brush right here because I'm gonna need it for that second eye. I'm gonna go back to that lavender shade, and I feel like I lost it a little bit here because Carrot looked like it came to party, so I lost a little bit of my lavender shade. I want everybody to have a fair shots, you know? Now I'm gonna go back to my first brush that I used. I'm gonna go back to the purple just a little bit and just kind of mix this. Perfect. So let's go ahead and let's cut the other eye. And let's go back to Carrots, and as you know, put Carrots in the inner corner right here. And I'm gonna go back to that really dark purple. Let's just get all this going here. I'm gonna go back to lavender a bit because I feel like I lost some of this right here. Voila! Now let's clean this up. I feel like for how bright that kind of purpley shade is, I did not get a lot of fallout from it. I got, or pigmented I should say, I got more fallout from those shimmers. And I've been breaking out like crazy. I don't know what's happening. Actually, I know what's happening, but it's annoying. I'm trying all this makeup and my face is like, please, just please give me a break. Give me a break, give me a break, give me a break. This is too much, too much, too much. But we gotta do that. So I mean, unfortunately. Okay, so let's move on to the face. I'm gonna go ahead and moisturize my face, and I'm gonna use my Wishful Moisturizer. And actually, this is from Huda Beauty, and I just put some on my finger like so, and just warm it up. Do I have my eye cream here? Maybe not. Which I don't. So let's just bring it up under the eye to make sure it's nice and moisturized. Usually I use my eye cream for this, but I don't have my eye cream up here. So, and this is the Too Faced Hangover RX primer, and put a little bit on here. I feel like this is like a moisturizer kind of, but it does like minimize. So if you don't have a moisturizer, I feel like this could be like a two thing, you know, a 2-for-1 kind of thing. And let's, which foundation should I use? I'm gonna just drink. I think let me go ahead and use this. This is the Born This Way matte. Let me use this brush from Laura Lee. This brush is really dirty. I need to wash it. But this is the L11 from Laura Lee Los Angeles. I actually like this brush. So when I first tried this brush, I have to be very honest with you, like I hated it. Because for the most part, I don't like a real dense brush to apply my foundation. I prefer something kind of softer. So when I first put this on, I was like, oh, I hate this. This is so dense. But I feel like it's because it was new. So I washed it and then I reused it, and it's so good. Like it's, which I should have expected that. I'm not sure why she took so long to do brushes, to be honest with you. I feel like that's like her thing. She liked this brush from Morphe, which kind of looked like this, or the same general idea. I mean, and then I got that brush because of her, the one from Morphe, the G6 from Morphe. I think that was the brush. I got it and I hated that brush. I hated it because it shed so bad on me. Like, I was like, oh, why aren't you making your own brushes? And I've already washed this brush twice since I got it, and I've had no shedding. I'm not saying it's not gonna shed, but for now there's no shed. And because it's kind of like a flat head, I feel like it's perfect, especially for someone like me that does my brow first. Because then it just goes like right here, and then you don't have to worry about, you know, messing the brows up. Let's go ahead and use my Charlotte Tilbury number 3 to, you know, correct. I don't know, I've been looking at the Rare Beauty from Selena Gomez, and I'm just like, I don't know, I'm not crazy impressed. I might get some of her liquid blushes, but I don't even like liquid blushes, so I don't know. I'm gonna use a sponge, just the bottom of the sponge like this. This is just a beauty blender, and I'm just doing this so I don't get any harsh edges, just like so. And for my concealer, I'm gonna go ahead and use the C15 from Jeffree Star Cosmetics. I love these concealers, so I'm gonna keep using that. This concealer blends so well that it doesn't matter. You can put like the whole thing on and it's so creamy. And I love the doe I love it all. So I'm letting this dry up a little bit. Let me just use my you know, Miami. This is my Miami, is the Dubai's, you know, my other, you know, my ride or die. Stay here. Mommy will be right back. I'm gonna use my 733 and let's go ahead and blend this baby up. Like his concealer blends with like no effort, That is so good. I'm not chewing these tapioca thingies. Oh my god, I need to stop. Like it doesn't get better than this. And then I'm just gonna use my foundation brush and just dab the edges. This is from Nikia Joy Cosmetics, and I'm gonna use her setting powder. I actually just got this in the mail. It took like a month to get here, and I understand that this is coming all the way from Australia, and with COVID and the shipping, it's terrible. So I'm not, you know, mad that it took so long, but I'm just saying, just in case, you know, if you want to order this product, just keep in mind that it's gonna take a second to get to you. I'm just gonna tap it right here. Let me feel this. Right, this is very soft, and I'm gonna actually use a sponge to apply the powder because I like doing that. I don't like to use a sponge to apply my concealer because I feel like it takes away from the coverage. However, I do like to use a damp sponge to apply the powder because I feel like it just smell to this. Yep, it's not crazy, but it has a little smell. And I'm gonna use my Huda Beauty contour, you know, like contour, but it starts with a T. And my shade is in third darkest shade. I don't remember. You have to be real careful with it. It looks like really dark, but actually it kind of like clears down when you after, you know. But try to go a little bit, you know. And I'm just using an F82 from Sigma, and I'm just putting like a little bit, and I'm putting this on before I put my powder all over my face. Oh my god, look at this is a lot. But you know what, with this, don't be too scared to like go a little bit heavy with this. It blends so well, like it kind of disappears. I'm gonna go ahead and set my face with my Charlotte Tilbury airbrush finishing powder. For the most part, I just really want like powder like in these areas because that's where I'm gonna put my powdered product. And you want to make sure, you know, it's like nice and kind of dry. You don't want it to be wet because this powder that would just make a mess. So you don't want to do that. I'm gonna go ahead and use my Hourglass mascara. This has been my new favorite since my last video because it's so good. Let's go ahead and, you know, put our liner / glue. I'm still testing this out. Actually, let me make sure I know where my applicator is, because when I can't apply this, it's like right away it gets like it's a problem. This actually stinks. This tugs a little bit, and I'm thinking because of the glue. Lily Lashes, I think, have one. I want to try that one to see if I like it better, because I don't know why I'm with this yet. I'm still trying to figure that out. So I just got these new pencils from Urban Decay because, you know, Ulta is having their 21 days, so let's try Farik. I'm gonna use my Morphe M408. I'm just gonna clean this up a little bit, and let's go back to this palette, and we're gonna go back to Purple Frost. I'm actually bringing this really close to my waterline to kind of meet up with Freak. I want to join them together right here. So that's why I'm stamping this a lot, but I also don't want to just go in crazy because I don't want a lot of fallout. I'm getting a little bit, but it's fine. I just don't want too much. Okay, we're gonna go back to this other eye and do the same thing. I need an M506. That's why I'm like cringing, because I don't feel like I have a clean one, and this makeup look is not gonna work if I don't have. Okay, so I have a new one, which is perfect, and I'm gonna go back to this shade that I put right here, and I'm just gonna use this to blend this out. This is good. I'm actually gonna go back to Freak because I feel like I lost some of that green in my waterline. See, perfect. So this is great. No, let's go ahead and bronze the face. I'm actually gonna use this bronzer from Prime Beauty. I got this recently and I actually really like them. So I'm gonna use brown, like bronzer, not bronzer, like brown, and bronze veil. So I'm gonna use that. I'm gonna use my F30 to apply that. Let's go ahead and give that face a little bit more depth. Ooh. And I know like sometimes this looks like really patchy and like a lot on camera, but it's fine. I'll fix it. Let's use my pack trick tar, and then this is like all shades different. And I'm gonna go ahead and use that. I don't want the cream. I'm gonna use this shade. And I'm just using a Laura Geller dual fiber brush or stippling brush. So just bring my blush to make my bronzer. Just gonna go back to my powder, and I'm just gonna use this sponge or a puff. I keep forgetting to bring an actual highlighter brush up here, but we can use this T15 with which highlighter. We're gonna use the Champagne Pop from Bakerie Cosmetics. Yep, Bakerie. A little bit on the nose here while I just go crazy. But I'm gonna go ahead and use an T65 from Makeup Shack, and this is just a pencil brush, and I'm gonna go back to that palette. I feel like I'm gonna put a little bit of banana in here. Yep, let's go ahead and let's line my lip with the 14 Wine. This is actually from Estee Lauder. And then I'm gonna go ahead and use Strengthen from Rare Beauty. That's like literally the only product I got from them. I'm smelling everything today. There actually is a smell or a scent, because when I say smell, it sounds like an instinct. Let's go ahead and dust off this extra powder. See how sharp this looks and like kind of all over the place. And I just take my powder. See, nice and blended. And that's it. Let's, set it and forget it. I'm gonna go ahead and use my Scandinavia Bridal Setting Spray. So that's it, guys. Don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, turn on the notification bell, and I will see you in my next video. Bye, guys.